You ever get that feeling you're being watched, even through a screen? Every night since we brought our daughter home from the hospital, I've checked the baby monitor before bed. At first, it was just her, tiny fists curled, breathing soft and steady. But last week, I noticed something odd. In the grainy night vision, there were too many hands. Not just hers, but pale, unfamiliar ones, flickering at the edges of the crib. I brushed it off as static, exhaustion, maybe my mind playing tricks. But if you stick around until midnight, I'll show you what really happens. I started recording the footage after the third night. I'd watch it on my phone, frame by frame, but the hands never appeared in the daytime. They only showed up after 11:57 p.m., always reaching, never fully visible, then evaporating when I'd rush into the room. My wife blamed sleep deprivation, but I could see it in her eyes. She didn't want to believe, either. The pediatrician told us our daughter was perfectly healthy, but sometimes, she'd wake up whimpering, clutching at nothing, her tiny fingers curled around invisible shapes. I set an alarm for 11:55 p.m. tonight and sat in the dark, phone in hand, watching the green-lit feed. The minute hand ticked over, and there they were, 5, 6, 7 hands, writhing around my daughter, their fingers impossibly long, caressing her face, her hair. My heart hammered, but I forced myself to stay put, filming everything. Then, at exactly midnight, the hands froze. My daughter's eyes snapped open, except they weren't her eyes anymore. They were old, knowing, so full of something that didn't belong to a baby. That was the last night I saw my real daughter. The next morning, she cooed and smiled, but she never blinked, never cried, never seemed quite right. Sometimes, when I check the monitor now, I see her standing in the crib, staring directly into the camera. Behind her, the hands are gone. But if you look closely, you'll notice hers are just a little too long, her fingers just a little too many. And every night, at midnight, she waits for me to watch.